Tonight on Daytime Buffalo, Hope Rises is here with another inspiring story of the 716 to brighten your afternoon. And Chef Emily is here with a versatile side dish for any occasion. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Joining me now is our friend, Kate Glazer of Hope Rises. Hi, Kate.
Hello, thank you for having us today, Chelsea.
Of course, tell us who you brought in today.
Yes, we have Jennifer Straight from CAPE. CAPE is her newly formed business that is helping those with autism and getting through some of the challenges, but also some of the joys of autism. There's a lot of good and bad. So we are excited to have her here with us today, talking more about her brand new business.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, Jennifer. Yes, tell us all about CAPE and how you got started.
Yeah, so, I started CAPE because of my daughter, right? I have a 5-year-old, and, even just within the past year, last year at this time, we were struggling, and it was a daily struggle. We were having meltdowns multiple times a day, and my biggest concern was her safety. So she would run from us when she was frustrated, and she would escape the house when she was frustrated. And so my biggest concern was safety, and I needed support. So I went through the evaluation process and the diagnosis process, and it is tough, and it still is tough. And I don't say this to be discouraging, I say it to be encouraging. So I want people to not wait another day to start to go through that process. But while you're going through that process, there's a lot of places that aren't going to answer their phones, and they're not calling you back. And when they do, you're on a 12, 18-month, 2-year wait list. What do you do in the meantime when someone's telling me that there's an 18-month wait list and I'm chasing my kid down the street and I want her to be safe? I need that support. So I just immerse myself in learning how her brain works and how she's processing things, and how to teach myself coping skills and strategies of foundational skills. So learning emotions, and not just sad and happy, but her new favorite emotion is flexible thinking. So she uses the term flexible thinking because we talk to her so much about that, because it's hard for her to get out of routine. But when she's proud to use flexible thinking because something's a little out of routine, that has helped. So while I was really struggling and looking for that support, I see this huge gap that moms and caregivers need in their day-to-day, and I want to help that. Everything that I have learned, and I'm continuing to learn. I learn something every single day on our journey, and not only me learning. From all of these places and all of these professionals that are helping us in school, but it's me learning from the community that I'm building. So we're all learning from each other, and that's why it's so important, is just to have that support with each other. And while you're waiting on all these wait lists and all these things, knowing that there's a community out there that will help you in the day-to-day to create happiness and to create support, because like Kate said, it's not a bad thing, right? I mean, we always start, my daughter and I, anytime we talk about autism, she's aware that she's autistic, and we give each other high fives when we start talking about it. We say, autism is awesome. We give each other a high five. We talk about great things about it. We talk about some of the challenges that we have, and then we end it with autism is awesome and some good things. And I think it's just so important. So I created CAPE to help other moms and caregivers through this process.
Yeah, Jennifer, can you give us some examples of advice or tips or things that you've learned through supporting each other with those other moms and caregivers?
Yeah, I think, really talking about, again, those foundational skills. So when you're talking about each emotion, and, these kiddos are very visual learners. So we have like those spot emotions there, and she knows what mad and frustrated and flexible thinking and happy and calm and peaceful, and we talk about those emotions. So learning those skills to be able to cope. So when she is feeling frustrated, she's not running away, right? We're learning techniques to do deep breathing. We've created a calming room that she will go to, so she's not escaping the house, but it has sensory toys in there. And you know what? Sometimes I use it too, right?
Yeah.
Moms need a calming corner too, so it's very important.
Kate, do you want to talk about what inspired you to find Jennifer and bring her on to Daytime Buffalo today?
Yeah, I've known Jennifer for quite some time, but just the fact that she's so open to sharing her daughter's story, I think that people can bond when they know that they're safe and they know that their story is something very similar. So other autistic, autism moms or dads, they are able to read what Jennifer's putting out there on her social media and through her business, and they can feel peace in that, and that they're not alone. So I saw some of her posts, and I thought it was just so powerful that she's able to share her daughter's story and use that, turning her pain into purpose and making a business out of it is just, I think, so amazing. And
it's very empowering when you embrace your journey and you teach your kiddo to embrace their journey and to team without what we call Team Sienna, right? Her school team has been our dream team, and I could talk we have 75 minutes, I could sit here and talk, or for 3 days I could talk about them, but the importance of having that reinforcement back and forth and that constant communication with each other has been pivotal in my daughter's success and happiness. And I say constant communication, they may be like, it's a little too constant. I always joke that I'm gonna, go out of my character limit in their dojo app, but they have been wonderful and at home reinforce what she's doing in school, and not only separate, but she has a hard time with morning routine and bedtime routine, so they have a bead system at school. Now we have it at home, and it's not separate. She brings those beads into school, and then her teachers are very proud. So we work with, the team of her special education teacher and her gen ed teacher and her speech therapist and her social worker and her OT, and it's just been so pivotal. And I think just expressing the importance of teaming up with your school, and really all being on the same page and having a plan that's fluid because things constantly change.
Beautiful.
Very important.
Well, thank you so much for what you're doing. And like you said, you turned that pain and something that you were struggling with as a mom into a purpose, and you're supporting other people while doing it. So thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Kate. And
thanks for having me.
You can keep up with CAPE and other organizations doing great work in our community by visiting hoperisesnews.com. Thanks again for coming in, ladies.
Thank you.